Hello and welcome to the cryptocurrency news channel. So we're going to talk about the SWIFT and Chainlink partnership. And yes, this is a partnership. Chainlink announced this with one of the SWIFT execs by his side at the conference on September 28th. So if you see Chainlink is pumping, this is why. Well, Chainlink is not pumping right now, so I guess this isn't why. But this is a big partnership for SWIFT and Chainlink. It's been rumored for quite a long time. So basically, interbank messaging system SWIFT has partnered with price oracle provider Chainlink, and this actually does have ramifications for ISO 20022. It makes it less relevant in the crypto space for which crypto you want to transfer with, as long as both of the banks are actually using SWIFT. So Chainlink co-founder Sergey Nazarov announced the project at the SmartCon 2022 conference in New York on September 28th, alongside SWIFT strategy director Jonathan Sol. So basically, SWIFT is using the cross-chain interoperability protocol (CCIP) in an initial proof of concept. CCIP will enable SWIFT messages to instruct on-chain token transfers, helping the SWIFT network become interoperable across all blockchain environments. So this actually allows SWIFT to use any blockchain and any crypto to actually transfer funds using any crypto they want, ISO 20022 or not. Because you see, ISO 20022 is not actually a crypto standard. You can actually go to ISO20022.org to actually read up on this. It's not actually a crypto standard, it's a messaging standard. And the thing is, as long as both parties are compliant on the messaging system, they can actually transfer in any asset they want. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. The thing is, because this actually allows SWIFT to interoperate and talk with any blockchain and instruct using messages with any blockchain, as long as two financial institutions are actually using SWIFT, their messaging is already ISO 20022 compliant. So they can actually use any digital asset they want. It doesn't really make that much difference, well, any difference, if it's a so-called ISO 20022 crypto or not, as long as both institutions are actually using SWIFT, because SWIFT itself is ISO 20022 compliant. So all the messaging between those two banks will actually be compliant, and they can actually initiate a transfer in any digital coin they want. Now, with other messaging systems, messaging systems they want to interoperate, you need the compliance in the messaging and the infrastructure. But if you just want to make a bank-to-bank transfer, as long as both banks have SWIFT, they can actually initiate in any digital currency they want. It doesn't really make any difference if they're so-called ISO 20022 compliant or not, because ISO 20022 is not an actual crypto standard. It's a messaging standard, and as long as the messaging system is compliant, then it doesn't really matter what you actually transfer in. It's like a lot of people talk about the compliance as oh, since the dollar isn't technically compliant, once they go ISO 20022, they're not going to be able to use dollars anymore. No, that's nonsense. They're still going to be able to use dollars just fine, as long as both messaging systems are compliant. And if they're SWIFT, then they're going to be compliant. But now Chainlink has actually made SWIFT interoperable and basically integrated it, their messaging system, with pretty much every blockchain structure. So as long as you're using SWIFT, you can actually make payments and send messages to any blockchain structure you want. So the POC utilizes Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol, or CCIP, allowing SWIFT messages to instruct token transfers across nearly every blockchain network, which, according to Nazarov, will accelerate adoption of DLT technology across capital markets and traditional finance. So they can actually use any blockchain network they want using their messages, because all these blockchains will understand the SWIFT messages. The SWIFT interbank messaging system is the most widely used platform for traditional cross-border fiat transactions, connecting over 11,000 banks around the world. In August, the system recorded an average of 44.8 million messages a day. However, transactions on Swift's network can take several days to complete. They're obviously working on that with Swift Instant, Swift GPI, and things like that. And the company has also been exploring blockchain and DLT technology on central bank digital currencies to facilitate faster payments. So Chainlink added this collaboration with SWIFT allows financial transactions to gain blockchain capability without replacing, developing, or integrating new connectivity into legacy systems. So basically, the Chainlink technology allows SWIFT to operate as they are, and they allow SWIFT to operate with any blockchain that they actually want. And there is no exponentially higher cost. So obviously a big win for SWIFT, and also a very big win for Chainlink as well. So Chainlink definitely has a bright future ahead. But this is actually a pretty big development for crypto, because this CCIP technology basically will allow any two banks using the SWIFT messaging infrastructure to initiate transfers or funding in any cryptocurrency or any blockchain currency that they actually want. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.